Hello everybody, welcome back to Drawing Hub. And I'm here with slightly sleepy Reese.
Hey guys.
Becky is missing today because somebody broke in and stole her voice.
That's what's her damn name? Ursula. I'll get her for this one day. You watch.
Maybe she should stop playing not Stardew Valley, Dreamlight Valley so much.
Well, she did unlock Ursula, so you're not too far off.
Well, there you go. I blame video games like a true adult.
Don't we all?
Especially ones I can't understand.
Well,
Or
I usually joke.
with.
I usually joke around by saying Dreamlight Valley is Animal Crossing, but Disney. But
Well,
obviously,
it is.
there's a bit more to it.
Yeah, it's basically that, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Same here, as far as I'm concerned.
Are you
but,
are you in depth in Dreamlight Valley?
Hmm?
Are you in depth in Dreamlight Valley?
Definitely not.
Well, then it's nothing like Animal Crossing. Because the first thing that happens in Animal Crossing is that you're basically stuck with a housing debt you have to pay off. Because Tom Nook's an asshole.
Well, the first person you meet is Merlin. He just gives you a house for free.
Well, there you go. That's kind of bullshit. Not gonna lie.
Could you imagine kids boot up this game and you're in great debt to Scrooge McDuck?
I mean, that would have made sense if they were going for the same kind of like Animal Crossing thing. Like, oh, I am Scrooge McDuck. I have decided to become a housing magnum. I almost said Magnemite. Conglomerate
I
or
just-
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called. Here's your house, and here's your first bill. Be sure to pay it, or I'm coming for that neck of yours.
Like with Dreamlight Valley, I'll listen to my other half, be like, I found money again, and just like be angry about it. Like I was looking for dirt or something. It's like, what? At least usually some obscure items he's looking for, but it's just funny that he has to be like, money again.
I don't want to be rich. I want to be a collector.
Yeah, it's like, actual hell. The heck, each their own.
Well, money doesn't make you happy. Collecting useless shit does.
Yes, unfortunately, you need money to collect it.
You're not in that game.
No.
In reality, yes.
Yes.
In VJ games, not always.
Nope, not always.
In fact, it's only a recent thing where you start to collect useless shit with money because you have to pay for it.
Well, truth be told, I've actually cut back a lot because I have a lack of money.
I mean, that's most of us.
Oh yeah.
I have not only cut back a lot, I've also like sat back and realized, not realized, but thought about like, do I really need more junk in my house?
Exactly.
Like, if I'm gonna get something, I at least want it to be like nice looking on its own, and not just be a flavor of the month thing, or of the moment. Flavor of the moment thing,
Yeah.
more like.
Yeah. Because naturally, I would like get actual manga, because I want to support the works and all that jazz. But yeah, when have to try and save money, and they come out like every 3 months or so, because they're volumes. It's like, Yeah, I can save a little bit.
With me, it's less about I don't think it's the I want to support these people. It's more like I want to own this. I actually want to own this. Not because I want to support the people that worked on it, because my money is like a little penny that gets them. It's not really support if you think about it. There's so many, so much money exchanging hands that they barely get anything out of it. And then if you the older it is, the less likely they're gonna get anything.
True, but there's also that argument of I just like holding a good book, you know? Because obviously I know where I can read mangas when I want to read them. But sometimes the translation can be a bit what's the word I'm looking for? Off? Yeah.
KYS tier.
You know, it's all well and good when you just want to read it week in, week out when it's released in Japan, but when you really want to get proper context, it's like, yeah. I'll go for the quote-unquote original translations. Because it's only really original translations if you actually understand the native tongue.
I mean, what? You don't? You didn't spend 20 years learning all that languages and just getting all the dialogues and other jokes?
No. Actually, with official translations, they don't actually explain.
Shit.
Yeah.
Watching Naruto on Crunchyroll or whatever we watched it with Fennec was absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Like, I do appreciate that certain translators online actually go to the effort to try and explain the original Japanese to get the context of the joke or the meaning behind a name or something. Because you don't get that in the officials, that's for damn sure.
No, why would they? It's their job, it's not their passion.
Exactly.
Why would they? There's absolutely no reason for them to do that, to go the extra mile.
Nope. No, of course not.
Why wouldn't they do that? Well, if I had to put the minimum of effort and to get paid, I would.
Who wouldn't?
I have no passion for this thing I'm doing, so why not? I still get paid at the end of the day. Oh, you should take pride in your work. Well, I do. When I actually care about it.
Yep.
Well, maybe you shouldn't apply for that thing. Well, maybe you shouldn't have applied for that job you fucking hate either. But hey, you did.
To pay the bills.
Here you are working at McDonald's like a fucking hypocrite.
Dear. How dare you not take pride in churning fries or delivering perfect customer service?
I mean, you might if that's your calling. For some people it is.
Of course it is. I'm not. What's the word? Discounting those who generally enjoy their jobs. More power to you. But a lot of people, it's like, it's McDonald's. It's a job.
Yeah. Oh, you mean you don't want to be part of our big burger family?
Well, I didn't exactly wake up, pop out of my mum's room and be like, you know what? I want to work at McDonald's as a manager
for the rest of my life. And then you did a SpongeBob laugh.
Yeah. Hell, I can't even imagine some of the managers like, oh yeah, I totally decided to be a manager at McDonald's. That might have come later because they've been doing the job for years, but certainly not at the beginning.
Well, at some point you just kind of lose any like not sight, but reason to do better. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm comfortable in my position. Why do better? I can just keep doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know how fucking annoying it is to find a job.
Yeah, to say the least.
Sometimes you really don't want to go through all that effort again. And the only way
You really don't.
to fucking like have something successful is to get a job opportunity before you quit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, wow, that's even harder because you're literally drained out of your fucking life at the end of those days of that job.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you don't present that willingness for change, then nothing really will change. So
Well, this is it.
you're gonna be drained either way.
Mm-hmm. If you don't put the effort in, don't be surprised if nothing comes about from it.
Yeah, nothing ever changes.
Mm-hmm. You know, I could just as easily thought, like, oh yeah, sure. When I went looking for animation work, they're like, oh, you need like 10 years experience, but had I put the work in 10 years ago,
Well,
I'd be fine now.
The thing is, Reese, they don't really care about that. What they do care about is a lot of times you will see those job descriptions, and they're just made up by some person who doesn't even know what they're writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they barely have any relevance to the job itself, so they'll just write in the typical thing. That's why you have those memes where it's like, oh, you have to be fresh out of school and have 10 years of experience. They literally just copy the fucking shit. Copy paste it. But
Yeah, I'm unaware.
yeah, but
This was a face-to-face guy, though.
no, yeah,
Not the point.
I mean,
I get what you mean.
Sure, but again, like most of them, from my experience, want you to have not experience at the job, but
Doing the stuff, yeah.
yeah, basically work experience as actually doing the work
Yes.
and to be adaptable in it. And to
Yeah,
pick up more tasks than you're actually signing up for, because every fucking job is like that. Oh, you think you started the job at McDonald's and they're unfairly like pushing more work at you? Oh, you've clearly not worked any other job. That's literally every fucking job I've worked.
Oh yeah, same here.
Even in the industry.
At this point, you know, I'm so used to it. Like, oh, could you do such and such? Yeah, sure. Could you do more hours? Yeah, why not? No one else is gonna do it. I know they ain't gonna do it. That's why you're asking me in the first place. Not that I was the first choice, but once you say yes the first time, then you're always the first choice.
Yep. Because you've established that you can pick up the pace.
And yeah, I can say no. Sure, they can be thingy, but it's my choice at the end of the day. They can't literally force me to do it. What are they gonna do? Hire someone else? They'd do that anyway if they had the option. Oh, we're short staffed. Jeez, almost like you should hire more or something. Oh, they keep leaving. Well, maybe you should reconsider work conditions or your managing approach. Just saying.
And a lot of times the quote-unquote mismanagement shit happens because the manager's stressed out as well and just has no way to...
Of course.
Has absolutely no way to de-stress either. So you lash out at the workers, which happened to me. And that's why I quit.
Yeah.
I was supporting... Remember that charity fucking job that I keep telling you about? Yeah, the reason I quit that is because I got one of my friends to help with the job, and I literally had him travel from my country to work there. Stayed with me in my apartment, which put me at horrible odds with the landlords.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my friend's at fault for not delivering his stuff and actually getting rid of it. Like sometimes he would just bury it, bury those fucking bags or throw them out.
Yeah.
And my boss found out, and he basically told both of us off. My friend essentially was like, I did warn him about like not fucking us over and doing the job, and he's like, well, go on then, give me the. He expected a fucking lecture from me, because the way we grew up, he's kind of like my little brother in a way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Like, okay, well, go on then, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna give you a lecture. Let's just go watch a movie or something. And then I never worked that guy again because, again, he still owed me a lot of money, and if he's gonna, I basically got him out of incredible debt by working for him, by actually doing the job and not screwing him over. I worked for 4 months. I've held back any complaints of not being paid. I got him another worker that basically I could control, and he still fucking laid out everything at us. And at that point, I'm just like, well, you know what? No, fuck you. Pay me my, like, he owed me over £1,000 at that point. Way over 1,000.
Yep.
Brazier says, moral of the story, everyone is stressed and everything sucks. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, very much. Welcome to adult life, kids.
That thing you really, really wanted to rush into. I can't wait to be an adult.
Thankfully, I was not one of those kids. I was happy to wait.
Well, the problem, you know, the main problem why children think like that is because they want independence from the adults. It's not because you don't want to go to school, yeah, obviously, and other things. And earning money is a very new concept and like prospect for you. So you feel like you're having fun. What you're not considering is that most of that money is like literally fucking stolen from you for other reasons.
Yep.
So yes, earning. I would actually like, if anybody fucking gets a kid and has them grow up, have them work as kids so that they can appreciate money, so they can appreciate effort put into like earning money. And they can then get an appreciation of what it is like earning it. Fine, whatever. And once they're in there...
You know the funny thing?
Yeah.
So go on.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, the funny thing is, I would actually encourage people to work for McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it's not because... Look, I do gripe at it, I do. But truth be told, it is probably one of the best jobs to get used to a stressful environment, to always meet deadlines, to really understand what it's like in actual work hell. So any job you do after actually is a breath of fresh air.
Yep.
At least try it out. If it's for you, more power to you.
No, the thing is,
me,
you can also break out of like social anxiety, which a lot of people like have a problem with. And McDonald's, jobs like McDonald's will really force you to break out of it or fail at it. Like, there's only one bar. You either continue on or you just crumble to pieces.
Yep.
And
it helped me, that's for sure.
Well, it helped a lot of people. Like I watched a guy's podcast. And he basically said the same thing. Like, he used to be like a complete shut-in, and he's like, basically, he says like, yeah, I worked in the fucking fast food industry, and I really liked the work environment because, well, you had to socialize, you got like work friends and stuff. You had to pick up the pace and just grow a fucking spine. Which is really good. Because the main thing for like young adults is you kind of retain a lot of that childish dependence of everybody doing shit for you. So sometimes you need to learn to turn that off and just deal with the situation as is. Fortunately, a lot of people don't want to do that.
Nope.
And that's a lot of people these days.
They view themselves as better, not worth all this abuse and shit. And that's a good way of looking at it. But at the same time, you've already got that mentality of I don't take shit from anyone. So you'll be fine.
Well, it depends if you can enact on that. That's the problem.
Well, this is it. Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't take shit from anyone. Then at work you're completely submissive, and it's like, I thought you didn't take shit from anyone. Help!
Oh, this is it. It's hard to really tell the diff. Some people will quit on the very first day, and others will be there for months, maybe years, and then quit. Or they totally become the next new asshole manager.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I kind of see when as people are molded by their environment. So you can either assimilate into the culture. Like I'm saying this because I'm like that. I'm very influenced by the people I talk to.
Yeah.
Not only in action, but also speech patterns and other things like that. Like when I worked that charity job, I started swearing a lot more. Mainly because my boss swore a lot more than I was used to.
Yeah.
And since it was also really stressful, it kind of flowed out. Generally, I wish a lot of things went differently. But
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yep.
Brazier says, so after that very cheerful opening,
Cheerful?
what are
You're in
you
the wrong place,
working on
mate.
today? Welcome to Hollow Ground. And we used to have a depression tag for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe I should add that back in.
Well, you see, Prinny, because my other
Not
half
Brainy
is...
Brazier.
Sorry, Brazil. You see, because my other half is under the weather, we don't have our usual ray of sunshine complaining about bus drivers and what have you. So that leaves us depressing fucks to fill in the gaps.
Oh no,
But
Brazier
in answer-
unsubscribed.
Oh no.
That was quick.
Also. But yeah, I'm enjoying X and Y because Gal is pretty much done for the meantime.
You'll need to elaborate a little bit more than that. Just saying X and Y is not gonna tell him anything.
Pokemon X and Y.
Reese is working on his Pokemon X and Y comic. We need to elaborate on that.
Yeah. You see, before I was working on Pokemon Gala, I was working on Pokemon X and Y, which is the tale of Rio dealing with his grief. But because, again, depressing fuck that I am, my other half is like, that's depressing, let's focus on our daughter getting a boyfriend. So that's what I was doing instead. Yeah, feelings. Oh no. So
Happy
now
things?
that that's...
Ugh.
I know, right? But now that that's done for the time being, yeah, I'm trying to get back into...
The depressing shit.
Yes. Yeah. So enjoy.
Welcome back to Depression Grumps.
I'm depressed, he's depressed, and we are depressed.
Nothing else changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just continuing that Dojin
Mm-hmm.
for now. See how far I can get with it until I decide it's not worth it.
I'm starting to think that Luna really brings this to life.
I mean, yes. My Lucas's and I like streams are drawing streams can go completely silent.
Mm.
So a third person usually is the one that's talking.
Unfortunately, said person hasn't got a voice at the minute.
Brazier says, "Joke's on you, I'm also depressed, so more of the same." Good.
Ah, excellent.
More of the same. One of us. One of us. Did you watch the new Chainsaw Man race?
I've only seen clips thus far, because naturally I was going to watch the old man kicking their asses.
That was great. That
Yeah.
was so good.
It was animated so smoothly. I loved it.
The way he
Although I
broke
did
their necks.
Yeah, I love that. Although I did see someone do an edit where, was it Aki? He meets the future demon, and they took the bit from the opening where he's doing his silly dance in front of him.
Well,
I figured you might have seen it along your travels.
what I
yeah.
enjoyed most, Reese, is the opening, the start of the episode. I'll tell you that much. That was my favorite thing. And I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler.
By all means, I plan to watch it at some point.
Yeah, it's Aki dealing with Himeno's death.
I've seen some of the clips. I actually liked that.
He
goes
the
to,
way he deals is just like, yeah, it's very realistic.
Yeah, he goes to just have a smoke, and it really hits him hard. Bless him.
That's what I want from my anime.
Consequences for your actions? Stakes? Steak. You know, sometimes... Okay, anime is an escapism, I get that, but sometimes you do want... If something bad happens to a character, you want to see all that emotion, how the characters deal with it. Like one of...
It can be done badly and...
Well, obviously.
Like,
There's always good and bad examples.
Like Dave is crying with his head on the tree. Talk about cringe, huh?
No kidding. Cringe! But, ugh. Yeah, like when, Hughes died, for example. how Mustang handled that. That was good. Or
Since
how Shikamaru.
since you bring out like Hughes, I like Hughes' death in the original more than in Brotherhood. Because it's so waved over in Brotherhood. Like, moving along.
Well,
you know why that is?
I'm not making.
No, you know why that is?
Go on.
Because there's so much more filler, and you get to know Hughes more, so it's a lot more damaging.
Yeah, I was just about to say the thing with Brotherhood, and this is not to discount it or anything. It is closer to the manga, but because you had the first series, they figured most people have watched this, so they don't need to focus too much on
Basically.
the other stuff.
Basically,
and that really worked against it, unfortunately.
Well, at least they skipped all the stuff onto the good stuff, and then it really picks up.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, we didn't have to repeat of how the original series started with introducing Ed and Al all over again. We had like a quick 1 episode thing of the introduction, but we didn't have to go through the same. Was it not Rose? What's her name? I can't remember her name now. But in the original series, she eventually had a kid.
Oh, yeah, it is Rose. Yes.
Oh, it is Rose. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have to get reintroduced to that whole saga again.
Well, the thing is, the way it's kind of like her introduction in the thing happens is again different from the manga, and it annoyed me to the point where I actually didn't watch Brotherhood for a while.
Yeah.
That was actually my breaking point. I gave Brotherhood a shot, and I was like, if they do it wrong this time again, I'm not watching it, and they didn't do it, and I completely nope, turned it off and never watched it again. And I watched it much later afterwards.
Yeah. Like, when they started to introduce the actual new characters, new for any anime exclusive people, I'm just gonna come out and say the Chinese characters, basically. Then I was like, oh, okay, what's all this about? Because obviously in Brotherhood, Greed actually stays around a lot longer than in the original series. And then when they had the homunculus in their actual original sins, it's like, oh, the Fuhrer is wrath, not pride? Okay. But yeah, it's like the later half of the series when they actually started following the manga properly. It's like, okay, cool.
And a lot of shit made more sense, like the fact that Edward and Al had yellow eyes. Like, that is actually not just a design choice. That is actually relevant.
Yeah. I also found it interesting to change it up from the original series. They actually, when they did their hair, it wasn't just black outlines, it was actually blonde. And I thought that was actually kind of interesting. I mean, I get that obviously certain anime take a huge departure from the source material. The difference between that series is so interesting, it's so funny.
Brazier says, when I hear something blasphemous, I've only ever watched Brotherhood, nothing else. That's most people, honestly.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
The thing with the original series is that I would actually recommend watching it to people who haven't watched anything yet, just because it's an interesting take. But then I would say Brotherhood is a much better show.
Yes.
Altogether, in like, if you consider everything, it's a well better show. But the original Fullmetal Alchemist is actually worth a watch. It's unfortunate that they completely go in a different direction, but it's still good.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just a different take.
Yeah, and the entire like alchemy thing is completely different in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way the world works, because I do like the like alternate world thing in the original. I do like that, and the movie that follows it. That was
I
interesting.
still haven't actually watched that one. Funnily enough.
Oh, sit down and watch it. It takes place in like Germany.
Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah, it takes place in pre-World War II Germany. Actually, yeah, it takes. The thing what happens in it is that Hitler is actually coming to power, and a lot of Ed's friends from or people he knows are actually starting to follow the Nazi regime, like the beliefs and everything.
Yeah.
And like if you don't know your history, Hitler was stopped before. Like he like the reason Mein Kampf exists is because he was stopped before. Just he did rise eventually, but the telling of the story here is that it takes place before that first attempt. And Brazier says, I just like it's one of the few popular shows where the woman characters are fucking characters over just eye candy and all. You know why that is, Brazier? Because it's written by a woman.
Yeah. That is exactly it.
It's literally, it's written by a literal cow. And no, that's not me being sexist. That's how she portrays herself.
Yeah, it's actually her persona.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it an persona. I don't think there's an actual word for it besides persona. Oh, so what's that, Han? Self-insert, she says.
Yeah.
Kinda like Rio in Pokemon.
Oh no. Relevance. How dare you?
I know, how dare I?
And Brazier says, yes, I'm aware.
It's funny that some of my favorite like anime or manga actually is written by women, and I just find that interesting. Like Ranma 1/2, despite all the quote-unquote female nudity, you gotta remember, this is actually a woman writing this stuff, and the boys are so boys. It doesn't feel like it's a woman writing boys, it actually generally feels like, yeah, these are boys. These are just idiots.
Ow.
It feels... I'd say it feels very shonen, but that's not true. You could easily mistake it for it, though. Although her more popular work is Inuyasha. Actually got a sequel, if I remember correctly.
It got a finalization. Basically, a season was released to wrap up everything that was left untouched.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and it was literally just a rush to get everything like tied up in a little knot. Which is nice, because I used to watch the show, and it never finished. So for me, it was like, finally!
Oh yeah.
Fucking finally.
Because I know the manga had a proper ending.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't left open-ended like Ranma 1/2.
Yeah, well, with Ranma you can do that.
Yeah, I know. Still salty about it, but yeah, you can with Ranma at least. It's like, oh yeah, they just pretty much do their usual thing. You know they're gonna end up together.
Yeah, it's like it's fucking obvious what's gonna happen at the end, so might as well enjoy the journey in that one.
Yeah.
In Inuyasha, it's like, okay, you really want an eventual resolution, because otherwise it's just an endless journey.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole different well, it's just a whole different entity, really. Ranma is a comedy show. Well, comedy story. Like, it's not villain of the week, but he might as well be.
Ranma is a gag manga, romance gag manga. That's how I classify Ranma. So it doesn't need like a proper ending. If you don't want it, like you can Advocate for one, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't need it.
No. Because again, as you said, it's quite obvious what's going to happen. You know, it's literally almost completely shoved in your face. Like the final chapter was them doing a quote-unquote marriage so Ranma could get the cure to become a man until Happosai drinks it. But he already confessed his love to Akane during the whole Phoenix saga, so you're there. Gee, I wonder where this could go. No clue. It's a complete mystery. Actually, that's a point. Was Reservoir plus Vampire written by a male or female? Can't remember.
You can check quickly. Akihisa Ikeda. It's a male.
Oh, interesting. Again, a lot of strong female characters, and you know, shows. Well, forgetting the anime, the manga at least shows. Was it Skune actually becoming, you know, a reliable man? Instead of always letting the girls save his ass.
I mean, it starts off very, very fan servicey and just just a harem manga, and then it escalates into being a shonen manga. Let's be real.
I know it does. It does. I'm not denying that.
It's the same. It's literally the exact same thing as Negima, if you think about it. Have you read Negima?
Is that done by the same guy that did Love Hina?
Yes. It's about the kid teacher. Because it starts off with typical dynamics and he just had like the typical harem thing within like a magical school thing. Yeah. But then he started building more and more actual character upon the characters and started like giving them, well, abilities, personality, and it became more interesting. And now the current one, or at least I say current, I don't know if you finished, let me check. UQ Holder, which is a continuation of Negima, but like much later. And it actually, the main character is like the grandson of Negi.
Oh, okay.
But
who did he end up with? Does it not say?
Well, it's implied that it's Asuna, but basically this kid is also not really natural. I think he was like cloned or something out of Negi.
Okay, I gotcha.
But it's like generations upon generations, and it ended this year. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Neat.
Interesting.
I'll need to eventually pick it up again. I lost my place in it, so I'll have to reread it. Yeah. But there's again, I love how he writes these stories because it's got the perfect blend of, in my opinion, the perfect blend of like actual romance and humor, as well as titillage when it's funny. Not just titillage, because titillage, I like it when it's funny.
Yes.
Yes. If you're gonna do that, make it a joke, and it's a running joke, and it always has been a running joke. Let's see if he's doing a new one. Kanakamatsu. 54 years old.
Oh, wow.
Dude looks like he's in his 40s. Looks much younger.
That's good.
Let's see. No, it doesn't look like he's working on anything. At least it's not listed. On July 10, 2022, Akamatsu won a seat after campaigning in person in all 47 prefectures, becoming the first manga creator in the national diet. An early initiative of his was a task force on a proposed legal framework for preservation of past and present Japanese video games in a playable state. He's campaigning for a lot of stuff apparently.
Okay.
Looks like he's gotten into politics, basically.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm reading it and it's very nerdy politics, is what I mean.
Oh.
He's representing like Japanese Cartoonists Association.
Oh,
So,
right.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
He's actually fighting
I
for rights for
gotcha.
people.
Gotcha.
Not
Sorry, when you
not
said
the
that, I
political
thought-
politics.
Right. Okay, I got you. Gotta be careful on that
Yeah,
territory.
yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm just seeing if he's done anything else since I don't see anything. Let's see his actual personal website. Apparently he has one.
A lot of people would.
And his
Oh, I say.
and his website
I
looks
say
more
that.
like a political campaign website. So probably not. He's probably busy with his actual job now.
Yeah.
One of the buttons on his website is literally GDP. But yeah, I'm guessing he's.
Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Wanting to help out his fellow creators and all that jazz.
Yeah. I again, shame I'm not gonna see more stuff from him. At least for a couple
No
of
time
years.
soon, anyway. Yeah.
But he did start this year. So. Always need unions for this shit. One of the reasons I stopped trying for like doing anything.
I actually joined my
in
union
the industry
recently.
for video games is because there is no union for it in Denmark. Absolutely no union. So
Yeah, I joined a union recently.
good.
Yeah.
Other than the payments you have to do to them, they actually can help you out if you need to. If the union is actually relevant to your job description. For me, it was not, so they could not help me whatsoever.
Oh dear. I don't know how this manga card does it, but it is so epic.
What?
Oh, Hajime no Impo.
Oh, right. Yeah, Hajime no Ippo is...
Yeah. Currently, I'm looking up some references for like punching exchanges because I love the way he does it, and trying to translate into Pokemon, and it's not easy to say the least.
I'm pretty sure the guy studies stuff frame by frame.
Yeah.
Pretty dang certain he does.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
Like since he started,
been at this for so long.
yeah. The Hajime no Ippo series is basically as old as I am. Basically, if he started back then yeah, he would have taped fights, and he would go frame by frame analyzing fucking everything.
Like, it's no secret that I certainly enjoy my action shots, to say the least. Like, I used to try and mimic Fullmetal Alchemist, some action shots from that, as well as One Piece, No Shit, and others. And I'm still learning. There's still so much I can learn.
You never stop learning.
Like here, I'm having my Nido King use thrash. I'm trying to portray that energy of it thrashing about.
Have you watched any of Mob Psycho, by the way?
No, I've still been meaning to get around to that. I just haven't.
They're on
got
they're on
around to it.
season 3 right now, and man, I watched the recent episode.
Hmm.
Yeah, really gotta hand it to the guy who writing this shit. He can hold a good balance of writing, like shit posting and writing stuff that's gonna make you cry.
Yeah. It's weird, not in a bad way, that the same guy that's obviously done One Punch Man does Mob Psycho. And this, I imagine they're similar but very different beasts in of themselves.
I can give you a little bit of a summary if you like.
By all means. Because I know Mob has obviously got super psychic powers, what have you,
Yeah,
but
it continues the trend of following an extremely powerful character, like an OP character. But
Yeah.
the thing is with Mob is that he doesn't see his powers as anything special based on his experience. He's just, if you break him down, he is just a normal little boy who just wants to impress a girl to like him.
Yep.
And they were kids. When they were kids, she knows he has telepathic powers, and he can make stuff levitate and change shapes. But she got bored of it, and then he like had the sudden realization that he's not really special, and he always treats himself as not being special. His old like younger brother, who's way more popular than him, way more handsome, like he's.
Is that the blonde one?
No, that's a different guy. He's on the student council, like, is jealous of his older brother.
Yeah.
Because he sees him as special. And his brother, the main character, keeps telling him, like, yes, he has psychic powers, but they're not gonna make him popular. He's not gonna, like, make him any different from anybody else, because everybody else is special in their own way. And Mob doesn't really stand out in any fashion other than his like psychic powers. And the thing is, like, he starts wanting to become physically stronger, and he sucks at it. The fucking funny thing is that he sucks at everything he wants to do, but he never gives up at trying it. He's got this like passion about like being genuine towards everything.
Yeah.
And that's why it really comes like comes across well. However, he's also balanced out by this guy who is a complete con artist. That's his boss for his part-time job.
Okay.
Reagan. And this guy, that's the blonde guy. That's the blonde guy who has the crazy arm movements. That's the guy. And this guy is a complete fucking con artist. However, he is also he is extremely wise. He will adapt to any fucking situation, and usually it always works out in his favor because he has the ability to bullshit out of anything. And that's one of the reasons Mob stays with him, is because, well, he kind of told him actual advice that Mob took to heart, but he wasn't really being serious about it. Like he literally,
okay.
he's got incredible fucking luck. It's like Kazuma's levels of luck,
Right.
as well as like charisma. He has incredible charisma.
Hmm.
But yeah, like most other characters in the show, well, the psychic ones, for example, or the ghost that they fight, like again, it's the same as One Punch Man, where Mob can take care of it really easily, or he will have trouble because of his own morals and stuff like that, because he always holds himself back. Like there's a reason why he's designed to be like a mushroom. He's like doesn't stand out whatsoever. And yeah, like also the reason it's called Mob Psycho 100 is throughout the show you will see a percentage going up. It's like 1% is Mob's stress level. Once it reaches 100%, he fucking blows up into some into the emotion he's feeling in that moment, and that emotion can basically it changes what kind of effect that psychic power will have.
Yeah, because I've seen him in his quote-unquote black form before, where his whole body goes black except for his glowing white eyes.
Oh, that's him being angry.
Yeah. And I've seen a clip where he like multiplied himself.
Maybe.
Like he was fighting on some tree or some sort like that.
I'm not sure. That's the current season.
I've seen some bits and bobs because Twitter.
That's not him multiplying himself. That's the enemy is fighting. The enemy essentially takes his likeness.
Yeah.
And that's what he's fighting. I won't go into specifics of that. Basically, well, I'll tell you a little bit. Basically, what happens after the events of the second season is that 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 tree that you're talking about that blooms is a broccoli. It's an insanely huge broccoli that just sprouts in the middle of their town, and it becomes a place of worship. Because people start, like, anything that looks special, people start worshipping. And essentially, like, they also start worshipping what they call helmet sama, basically they call them. So people do know what Mob looks like somewhat, but yeah, that's not concrete.
Yeah.
So in this case, Mob doesn't want to deal with this cult, but eventually he has to. And that's only like one of the parts of season 3. Like it is a part, and it is connected to like season 2. What happens at the end?
Yeah.
Right now it's about something else, and yeah. I am looking forward to seeing how they handle that. Because I know what happens. I read up the synopsis like a year or two ago. And yeah, the manga is obviously has been I think it's finished. I think one has finished that Mob Psycho manga.
Yeah, I figured he had been because they put a lot more quote unquote emphasis on One Punch Man.
Well, here's the thing. Oh yeah, it's finished. It finished in 2017. Funny thing, you know how One Punch Man is like carried on by Murata?
Yeah.
Mob Psycho is illustrated and printed like the original thing. He's the one working on that one. That is his baby. So if you read the manga, that's one's original art style. The really, really horrible looking one.
Yep, I know. I've seen what One Punch Man looks like, and I've seen a bit of Mob. I'm aware. I'm not. I know a lot of people are just like, oh my god, this guy's, such a terrible artist and all that, but interesting because it shows that if you have a good story, it really doesn't really matter about your art style.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling Patrick as well. Like, if you can write your story interestingly enough, it doesn't matter. Actually, and that's not what I said. I said basically, if you can basically write any story. It doesn't matter how stupid it is. You just have to write it well enough in a particular way to make it interesting to people.
Yeah.
And yeah, this guy does really well. And the funny thing, you know, those in between like ad breaks, they usually have like those like they split the episode up with those like slideshows.
Yeah.
They do have that for Mob Psycho, and it's usually done in the art style of one. Like that bad art style. It's always like in between.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the actual thing. Again, it's not horrible. It's not terrible. His art style. It's just very amateur.
No. Yes.
But currently, what's going on in the story is just this, and I really want to see what happens next. Because Mob's gone out of control.
Oh, okay.
And it's... I think we're a couple of episodes until the end.
Oh, has it not finished airing yet?
No. I think we're on episode 10. Let me check. Yeah. Oh, there was a new one released. So I'll watch that later. But I'm guessing there's gonna be 12 episodes. But what I like about the show is that they actually make all their lines green in the show.
Oh, okay.
All the line work is green. Slight bit of green. And it gives it a very particular look.
This angle's gonna be a tough one to work.
I'm honestly surprised your eyes don't hurt working with clashing colors.
I don't know what to tell you.
Like, stuff like that would give you eyesight problems.
I mean, I'm already wearing glasses as is, so I'm not wearing them as I'm drawing. I'm just saying I already got bad eyesight as is. So
You're gonna give all our viewers glasses, but then again, maybe most of them do have glasses as well.
I mean, probably do.
trying to do something different this time and trying to make the word bubbles more vertical than usual.
Okie dokie.
You know how they do it in manga.
Yeah.
You have to have something translated into Japanese at some point.
Hmm. How's that? Better?
I mean, what do you think?
It's fine. You know, an hour and a half later. Well, about an hour, I should say. Because we usually start half an hour later than we're supposed to. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was talking when we were doing workshops with Patrick, I basically told him that in those days, like, he kept basically gaslighting himself into thinking like, oh, I can't do this. This is a really shitty idea. It's been done over and over. I'm like, you can literally do any story, no matter how stereotypical or overdone it is. You just have to do it better than the other ones. How do you do it better? Well, that comes with experimentation. It's like anything.
Yeah, no one gets it right the first time.
Yeah, you have to fail.
That's how you learn. It's a harsh teacher, but it's needed.
It's always needed.
No. Yeah, I didn't just pick up a mouse or a pen and just, oh yeah, I just created the perfect story. Everyone knows my story. No, it's a lot of trial and error. I'm still learning.
Well, if you do that, you're a fucking narcissist. When if like that's your reasoning. No, like if you get a person like that, where it's just like, oh, my shit doesn't smell.
I gotcha.
You'd be like, well, no, I can probably pick out a lot of shit that smells in your story.
Yeah, like,
are you willing to accept the criticism? That is another thing.
Well, exactly. You know, there's a lot of stuff that when I look at my art, I think, oh, I could have done that a lot better, or what have you. That just comes to the territory, admittedly. Well, it should if you're an artist. If you really just look at your thing and think, my god, it's so goddamn amazing, no flaws whatsoever.
You mean like in Panda?
God. Huh? Yeah, it's like, God, how I wish I could think like that.
You mean like Ken Penders? Becky's not here, so I can mention him.
Yes, exactly like that. Like, oh my god. Ugh. I mean, I generally don't know how some people can be like that. Oh, wait, was it you that streamed me that clip where was it Stephen King is talking to
yeah, I did. Yes, I know which one you're talking about. Jared Tolkien and Stephen King.
Thank you. Yes, and it's like, what? You don't just hate yourself for 6 months for writing something.
I mean,
no, I just write something an hour a day.
Well, here's the thing, Reese. Yes, he does. The thing is, usually he's so high on booze he doesn't remember what he wrote. There were other times where he was extremely high on drugs for days on end, and somehow a book happened. Stephen King.
Wait. Okay, I was wondering which one we were
dude is a massive substance abuser. There's a reason why his performance is that way.
Oh God Almighty!
It's a common joke.
Again, I just found that really funny because it almost feels, well, it's not exactly like us, but it's like, oh, Reese, you can do all this artwork so quickly? Don't you just hate yourself and loathe yourself? It's like, no, I just enjoy doing what I do. Don't you?
Sounds more like a conversation.
Guess which one of us is the more popular one?
Yeah, it sounds more like a conversation between Lucas and somebody else. Lucas really kicks himself over everything he does.
Oh, bless him.
I mean, I have a lot of things I don't post, but I don't know. Again, I've gone through a period of where things are different at the moment, so
Yeah. As I remember some people just being like, Reese, how do you draw so fast? It's like, just confident in what I do, I suppose.
Well, there's that. There's also the very lax quality assurance, let's just say.
Well, again, if
The-
one can draw the way he does and get popular, I don't see a
the-
problem with how I do things.
The lax quality assurance that I had to gaslight you out of. So now shit takes a lot longer, but hey, at least we don't have stray white pixels everywhere. Huh?
This is very true. Very true. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying your gaslighting wasn't beneficial. Because again, as I've said before, can always improve. I'm still improving. There's no, there's no, oh, it's done. I've reached the top. Even masters of martial arts or whatever still practice day in and day out. Even in their old ages.
Unless you're Steven Seagal.
Well, but it is what it is.
Unless you're a fucking fake.
Like, once you attain the rank of master, that doesn't mean you're done.
Have you seen those clips, by the way, where Steven Seagal is just like barely doing anything and the guy is just flopping all over the place like a clown?
Don't even. Who was he fighting? I think he was fighting. What was it? Damn it. Mike Tyson. I think it was Mike Tyson in one of his more recent movies or some such. And it's just like, what am I watching here?
I'm talking about there was like a demonstration of.
Oh no, I haven't seen this.
Oh, yeah,
I've got to
okay.
see that at some point.
Basically, even back in the days where they were like these action movie stars would like get together and just over parties and stuff. Like, apparently Stallone loves telling this story because who was it? I think it was Dolph Lundgren or goddamn it, Van Damme. Actually, yeah, it was Van Damme.
yeah.
I think Van Damme basically got annoyed with Seagal at some point and just challenged him to go fight him outside, and Seagal basically weaseled his way out of it as much as possible, and then when they left, they ran into each other in like a nightclub. I think it's the same day, like just later.
Yeah.
And he fucking confronted him again, and Steven Seagal just disappeared after that.
Oh god almighty.
And apparently, like, Seagal still holds Stallone, still holds it against him because he keeps telling that story. Because I think he went like all live show and told that story.
Yeah. You gotta love sometimes how was it Stallone just he doesn't rat out his friends, quote unquote. He's just he just tells these stories from like it's any old thing. Even when Dolph Lundgren nearly killed him, he just laughs off like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, he fucking punched me so hard I landed in the hospital for a while. But the reason I bring this up is just somebody also looked at Steven Seagal and basically said, that dude looks like DSP. And the thing is,
Oh,
he
God,
also
no.
acts like DSP if you think about it.
Oh god, no! No! Oh no! Why would you say that?
Because it's true.
I wasn't saying otherwise. It says, oh no! Poor Steven. That is wow. I couldn't think of a worse compliment.
Somebody looked at
goodness me.
Steven Seagal and said, yeah, that looks like DSP. Wow. And not an...
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know where to go with that. Wow.
And the worst part is
I
that he
mean-
acts like DSP too.
I mean, congrats to DSP. You look like Steven Seagal. Congratulations. Oh, God almighty.
I hope Jacko adds Tinkaton to his party. It really fits him.
Oh yeah,
He only
Tinkaton.
has 3 Pokemon in his party. I'm like, dude, you have
Wait.
you have this is basically.
Oh yeah, he's playing it. I actually saw him come online on the Switch.
Exactly.
I actually forgot about that. But yeah, I can definitely vouch for Tinkaton. It is awesome. I love the damn thing.
Brazier says, let's be fair, it's not a compliment on either side. That is fair, yes.
I have no opinion one way or the other. I haven't been a Steven Seagal fan.
Good.
So.
Good.
You know, for me, it was back in the days of Arnie. Always loved Arnie.
It's the same time frame.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Arnie was definitely more entertaining to me. I know for a fact Nido King is called a Needle Mouse, but I really give that whole mouse look to him. Like, I don't try to make my king look like threatening Nido King. It's like, yeah, it looks like a giant mouse. I kind of like that about my style, I guess. Gives it a bit more character.
I don't even know what my style is anymore.
It's a lot of things. I mean, with any artist, you just kind of develop your own style. It's an amalgamation of a lot of things.
Don't develop it. It's developing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know, if you look back at when I first started doing my comics, I've changed a lot since then. But you can still tell it's mine.
Mine.
It's mine! Mine!
Start telling it's mine.
I don't think anyone would look at my comic and say, oh, this is someone else who did this.
We'll find it funny that Mako told me like, oh yeah, I used to read these comics back in the day.
Oh yes.
Before you guys met.
Yeah, that still surprised me. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That actually made me quite very happy, funnily enough.
Yeah. Well,
I don't.
same thing when you said her brother, I think, was talking about my comic, my Wandering Grunt comic in school or something. I'm like, what does your brother know about my comic? Was it you? Did you infect your brother?
Wait, me?
No, you, man.
Oh, right. Gonna say. But, I don't know, it's a weird sensation when I meet people that actually read my stuff. Because I don't... Well, obviously I don't class myself as like, oh, I'm a popular artist or anything. Definitely more of an indie one. So, yeah, the few that I do meet, it's like, oh, thanks. I didn't really think I influenced people's lives or my comics were all that, to be honest. I just did them for fun.
I think in my case, I only had the opposite, I guess, where it's just like, well, I remember when I was in Ucroma, for example, I met a girl that I used to really like. She used to make a lot of Legacy of Kain artwork.
What? Oh, Legacy of Kain.
Legacy of Kain
Yeah.
artwork, and
Yeah.
we just kind of met up in Ucroma, started talking, found out about Legacy of Kain, and then she showed me. And I'm like, that looks extremely familiar. Why does that look extremely familiar? And I think she was from the Netherlands. I forget.
Yeah.
The fact that just okay.
It was yours, wasn't it? It was your comic, was it?
No, I'm talking about I just found her art. I used to like look up her artwork
right,
online back in the day.
Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, I got a bit lost there. Yeah.
No.
I'm on the same
Again,
page.
it's the opposite. I kind of managed to find a person that I used to look up to. And she does.
assume you don't
She
keep
does
in
her
contact?
inks really. No, I think her Discord got hacked at some point. She got another one. I don't know. Her Facebook got abandoned. And then I guess she got another one again. And from then on, I just don't really keep up with her. And I still follow her Tumblr, which is apparently still updated. And that's about it.
Okay.
She goes by actually it might have changed since then, but it used to be Skizo, Skizoh, Skizo. But she has a very, very nice inking style. With a very minimalistic use of colors.
I actually should drop Maku a message at some point, see how she's doing.
I
Haven't heard from her in
at one
ages.
point, but yeah, just generally, I'm under the impression that friendship has moved on. That's how I feel about it. It's done that several times before, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I know she gets really into her projects, to say the least.
Yeah. And Edgar's
I'm still on Curly's.
Edgar's basically been working real jobs, real.
Yeah, I'm on his Discord. I see him update every now and then. I'm not that active,
I left
but
the Discord. I left a lot of Discords.
I mean, it is that debate whether or not you leave if you're not active in it, you know?
Well, Why bother? I don't even check anything.
Hmm.
A lot of times I
Oh,
was
that's what I mean.
invited just to be invited. And I'm like, a lot of times also it's just completely inactive. So what's the point of being there?
Yeah.
And that's how his Discord started feeling to me.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the only Discords I'm in right now is like an undub Discord, which I might leave.
Mm.
Then there's the Pokemon one that I used to be in. I left it, then I returned recently because I basically muted a lot of channels that I don't want to see.
Yep.
And then there's another one which is a friend server and two DSP servers because I want to see the memes.
And of course, shameless plug, join our Discord server.
Nothing ever happens there. It's one of those
Pretty
dead
good.
servers. The ones that we're leaving because of inactivity.
Shh, this is not how you promote.
I know.
Are you ruining us? And
Brother
why?
says, "Hey, that's not true. We get like one shit post a day. On a good day. On average, yes, there's like one shit post a day, but sometimes it goes
On
days
average.
without anything."
This is true. We live very, very busy lives because we do more streams than.
No, we're just very, 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 very lazy to post there. To be active.
God dang it, Sing. This is how we do not have minutes of a following. You're too honest.
Oh no, so horrible.
Promote
Anyway.
yourself. Oh no. Anyway.
Oh no. Anyway.
Actually, that's a point. What we at the minute?
1 hour.
Oh, we
50.
got 70 followers. Nice.
It's actually more.
Oh?
For whatever reason, Twitch doesn't update every single one. It can update in increments. Sometimes it skips over in updating. Because we had 69, then one person followed, then I think 3 others followed since then, and it's been stuck at 70. So if we get more follows, it might just jump to 74 or something at some point.
Okay.
Again, for whatever reason, it's not updating. But maybe somebody unfollowed as well, so who knows.
Well, the same. That's pretty good.
Yep.
All things considered. Not that we keep track as is, but it's nice to
We
just see.
keep track.
Because we've
I
only
mean,
been
I
at-
mean, we don't keep track of individuals.
No.
Usually, if there's a public falling out, like with Phantom or Patrick, then yeah, I know it's usually them. But yeah. Otherwise, I don't have a clear memory of who it is.
Oh, it's a bit hard to keep track of all your followers. I dare any Twitch user or YouTuber to keep track of every single follower they have.
I mean, for us, it's possible.
Currently, because we're still
I
relatively
do
new.
remember some notable ones. Even though they haven't appeared in a very long time, I still remember them.
Yep.
Because they talk.
Yeah.
Like one of the prominent Boshi stream, chatters, is Seth
Yes,
Dash.
I remember you saying. Yeah.
Which
I remember you
Lucas
saying
is
about that
really,
one.
really trying to avoid doing.
Stop being a coward, Lucas. Do your bossy.
We know you want to play the Boshi game, Lucas. We know. We know. You're just too shy to admit it. And
Just like
too,
Dickie Shadow.
and too mentally damaged. We get it.
We do. We really do get it.
Lucas says
Then we
Kotovara.
got door shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we
English
also got
appears
door shit.
constantly. By the way, we got a Twitch summary recently.
Oh,
And
okay.
like top emotes is literally every emote Torsion uses. Ripperoni, pepperoni, the fucking screaming emote, the O, and like the tall biscuit laughing emote.
Thanks, door shit. I know you might not be here at the minute, but thank you.
I think Bashi was also used.
Hmm.
But yeah, most of
It's
them were
Bashi
from
time!
Most of them from Dorset.
Yeah.
It's find it funny.
Hmm.
I sent it to Lucas actually. Let me find it. I'll send it to you.
Oh, sure.
It was yesterday.
Hmm.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, check this out. Like literally the tall biscuit, the screaming one, the O, the lava eyes one, and the pepperoni. Like literally every single one of those you recognize.
Nice.
And top categories, yep, Suikoden was there.
Uh-huh. Oh, Elden Rings. Okay. And Monster Hunter. Okay.
That's for the year.
Not bad.
So
Yeah, that's not bad, actually.
Yep.
I'm actually happy about that. Because, again, I wasn't sure Suikoden would be well received. So,
funny
I'm
how
totally
that
happy.
worked out.
Yeah. Thank you for making this possible, guys. We couldn't have done it without you. Seriously, thank you. We're indulging in our silly craziness. Nana, mate!
None of it.
They're like,
Well, Naname lived in the end eventually.
yeah! We got it in the end.
After many trial and errors.
Mm-hmm.
Game was fucking bullshit.
It really is, goddamn. Still fun, though.
I mean, like, the prerequisites to get Naname not to fucking
Yeah.
die is just fucking bullshit. And
It is.
the time, like, the time-sensitive shit, whoever decided on that, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, against RPG, like, normalcy to be rushing to do shit. And this
Yeah.
actually, like, encourages that. Oh, you want the quest line? Fucking Clive? Well, too bad. I fucking threw away the letter.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, okay, we missed the letter. We can still miss the next thing. And the next thing. If we don't do it like exactly rushing there.
Yeah, Clive, he's a weird one. I mean, seriously. What the actual hell? What were they thinking about that? Oh, I'll never understand.
We're talking about
And the thing is, you don't-
Suikoden 2, Brazier.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't even need to do it. As long as you got him the first time, you don't even have to do his whole bloody quest.
Yep. It's a nice
And
thing to have, apparently, but we apparently don't get to, because, oops, too late.
And that was only because, heaven forbid, when we got to the pub, there's no indicator of who you gotta talk to. You just gotta talk to the barman, and it's like, wow, that would have been nice to know. Like, you think you go in the bar and some cutscene would happen? Nope. Nope. Just go talk to the guy next to the bar. How would anyone know that?
Yeah.
It would have been fine if, like, Clive himself popped out. It's like, you, bartender! Kind of thing. But no.
Yeah.
It's not like with the director's cut of that sword game with the goat. Like, it just does it for you. No, you gotta figure this shit out. What is it? Shattered sword? Sword?
Broken sword.
Broken sword, sorry. Oh yeah, my condolences, Lucas. No Lucina for you.
Might still get a Lucida, but a very, very unfortunate one. But that's the kind of Lucida you would want.
Evil! Evil! I do wonder if the remake will have any like quick shortcuts for certain things though. When it comes to, like,
we will see if there's actual quality of life stuff, but somehow I doubt it.
I'm expecting some, but not a lot. Because, you know, when they remake something, they just can't help themselves but give certain quality of life stuff.
We'll see and find out eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a point. Do we have River City Girls 2 on the account?
No. Did it come out?
Well, reviews are coming out, so it'll be out soon.
Well, in that case, no, we don't. Might be on wish list, but I don't think we'll be able to get it right away because
Okay.
it's still expensive, even on the on that account.
Yeah.
Brazier says he doesn't even think it has a release date yet. So. Well, they're still kind of advertising it.
Yeah. As I said earlier today, I saw IGN reviewing the game, so I was like, oh, is it out yet? If they're reviewing it, it must be close to release.
Actually, no, there is a release date. There is actually a release date for it.
Oh, okay.
It's tomorrow.
Oh.
Actually, it's literally for me. It's today. Literally, the second I said it. But it says like it'll unlock in 20 hours. It says.
Okay, I got you.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It'll probably be full price,
Mm-hmm.
even in Lucas's store.
Mm. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
But it is on the wish list, so we'll get
That's cool.
we will get a notification whenever that happens.
Yep.
I really hate these steps.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to visualize the basics.
Yep.
I have the whole thing thumbnailed out. The problem is completely redrawing those thumbnails in context of what the thing you're doing.
Yep. Plight of an artist.
And sometimes you need to completely scrap the thumbnail to redo the thing.
Yep.
Like I did with the previous page. One of the muscles in my left hand are twitching, it's annoying me. Muscle spasm.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh,
Sonic Prime comes out tomorrow. Nice.
how many episodes?
That's the thing. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's probably going to be 10.
Okay.
It's either going to be 10 or 8. Netflix normally does that many.
People seem to be very divided on it, and I'm actually positive for once.
I've seen a few clips, and I like what I've seen. So hopefully the actual show in full context will, be good.
Well, I don't know. Seems like it actually has plot. For once.
I like plot. I like plot. And why are these people that enjoy a good plot? Heaven forbid. Hell, I saw one particular scene that was actually quite dark for Sonic, and I was like, wow, you actually did that? God damn. I wasn't expecting them to be that ballsy, but they did it. Regardless, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. because I'm one of these people that actually enjoyed Sonic X, at least the Japanese dub. But
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
not see go.
I know some people are.
Let's go.
I know some people are divided on it, and that's fine. But when you grew up with the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is completely and utterly
Lame.
Looney Tunes, and then you have a similar show in the same year, obviously known as it's Sonic the Hedgehog, but people call it Sat AM.
Let's
to
just call it
distinguish
what
the
it is, Reese. The
Go on.
the Ken Bender Sonic.
Oh no! Don't you dare with that filthy mouth of yours.
It's the Ken Bender's baby.
No, that's the comics, not the show. How dare you?
Well, it has his characters.
He did not create the Freedom Fighters, Bunny, Rabbit, and Anton and all that. And then we had Sonic Underground. That was fun. And then came Sonic X, and now here we are with Sonic Prime. So, yeah, it's been a wild ride. It's really weird thinking,
Brazier
we've had
says
so many...
you forgot Sonic Boom in there.
We don't talk about Sonic Boom.
I mean,
We don't talk about Buffles.
I like Buffles.
You and Bex disgust me.
It
I'm
makes
kidding, I'm
sense
kidding.
for him. Again, it makes
Again.
sense.
I'm kidding.
I
I'm
know.
not. I have nothing against Buffles.
I know. It's just it makes sense for him.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom, in terms of like, I know I've run this fucking into the ground with you at this point, but Sonic Boom essentially was everything I wanted, and it was completely mishandled by the management. Like every single thing that I was like advocating, like a redesign, a complete refocus. Well, I like a separate world, or just generally have like the world represent what they are, like having other characters the same. It was so fun. It was fine. Then they actually had Sonic's spikes like separate slightly, and it was fine. Then they had like actual adventure, kind of like in the typical stereotypical adventure kind of clothing on them, which includes bandages. It's something I even suggested
Yes,
back
I
in the
remember.
day in my fucking presentation.
I was.
You
Was
were
I there
not
for that?
there.
I think I
You
was.
were not there. It was during our research project, which was in the 4th year, and you skipped out on that one. Kanek was there,
Yep.
but I went through that one, and a lot of things I suggested. Basically, a lot of those things were implemented in Sonic Boom, as in the designs, especially.
Yeah.
But then I see the first episode and I'm like, I give up. I fucking give up. Then the game reviews come out and I'm like, how the fuck did you fuck this up? How? You had everything
Well.
going for you. And I know it's like, oh, let me tell you the ways of, well. But basically, like, you have everything going for you and you fuck it up to the point where it's irrecoverable now. Good job. You did it. And Brazier says, hey, the show could be funny sometimes. Again,
Yes.
the show
That's-
is funny. There's no question about that. The show is
Yeah,
well
that was never
written.
a question.
The
Yeah.
show is well written. For what it's worth, I'll admit to that. There's a lot of funny
know.
jokes in it.
Yeah,
But
the
it's
characters are a lot
enough-
of fun.
Yeah, but it's another Saturday morning schlock cartoon. And I hate like that fucking trend that America takes. I fucking hate. Even if it's not an American show, if you're gonna be like, oh, actually it's not American, it's this and that, it doesn't matter, the point still stands. America popularized the fucking format. I fucking hate it. Because it ruins so many shows. With so much potential. You had a really good design for Dr. Robotnik.
Yes, that was good.
You had a great world to work with.
Yep.
The characters went through a redesign where they actually looked like they had purpose to be there. They actually looked like they were on an adventure. And then you completely fuck up the gameplay. You like, I'm running this into the ground, but the first one of the like the first episode has like they come in a 2-episode structure, as things usually do. And one of the episodes in that first episode is Sonic's looking for a new sidekick. And Robotnik applies, but eventually he goes back to Tails again.
Yeah.
You know, I took that episode as a personal insult. You know why?
Go on.
When I was 8, I wrote a comic with the exact same fucking plotline. I remember it, and when I saw that, I literally was like, I'm done. This is unforgivable. This is fucking unforgivable. I give up. It might be a good show, but I just refuse to watch it.
I must admit, I did find that funny. Like, Sonic was looking for a new sidekick because he put Tails in danger. It's like, I can't do that again. It's like,
bro,
Sonic,
you've been doing that for years.
Yeah. Literal years. Tails is used to it. He knows the job. He knows the gig. He understands the assignment. And he still chooses to hang out with you. If he didn't leave your side the first time you decided to fight a maniacal madman with an army of robots, I think you're good, bro.
Yeah. Like, again, it's
just saying.
It's an episode. It's all filler. It's all filler. You have structure, and the thing is, a lot of times they have an episode structure where it feels like there's supposed to be a sideshow with an actual plot, and these are supposed to be the complementary filler episodes. But it's like they forgot to do that.
Unless it's the finale of the season, yeah.
And maybe that was their reasoning. Oh, we're just gonna produce comics that actually has the actual storyline, and these are just like the supplementary things.
Well, there were comics. That's all I can say. I never read them, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, it feels like a supplementary show to an already ongoing show, which doesn't exist. Because these characters have already established friendships and everything else. They all know their dynamics. And it's like, okay, well, I guess this annoys me. This annoys me so fucking much.
Yeah. Well, again, I run this into the ground myself, and say it Shadow or whatever, the one thing that really bothered me the most about the show is they made Knuckles the stereotypical I'm strong but an idiot trope.
Well,
I know
that's
stupid,
that's
but
writing.
That's it.
Yeah, that's my problem with the writing. But the design itself is
I'm
good.
fine with the design.
Yeah, the design itself is good. What they did with the character is the other problem.
Yeah, because I like what they did with the Sonic movie, Sonic 2.
Oh yeah.
Where Knuckles is a nice balance of
being a
classic...
being a knucklehead and still being competent.
Yeah, and again, he is still buff, but he hasn't lost his iconic design either. Like, they really took the best of both worlds, I feel, anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, this is what we wanted. Like, he is, quote-unquote, dumb, but only because he's not familiar with how we do things. Not because he's an idiot. Because he's not used to Earth customs, and that's literally it. That's the only problem.
And since we're on the topic of Knuckles, I fucking hate the fact that He went from a rival character to being the butt of the joke for everything.
Yeah, as soon as Shadow came along.
If you've grown up with like the Sega games, the Master System games, then yeah, Knuckles is very, very different than those.
He is. So different.
Brazier says he's actually intimidating when he shows up in the movie. Yeah. Although there is a bit of that stereotypical dumbness near the end of the movie. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Especially when his head goes on fire.
Yep. I mean, that's understandable, though. Look, I don't mind Knuckles being a bit of a comedy relief character. That's not the issue.
Look, Reese. Knuckles is welding in that movie. Okay? Like, anytime you want to like say anything, like, oh, Knuckles is just like, yes, but he's welding in that movie. He has skills that he can use. He's helping Tails.
Yes, I'm aware. I've seen the movie. I know.
It's just annoying.
He even says, like, I'm Sonic's best friend. In the dub, anyway. Take that as you will.
I'll take it as
did you ever watch... Did you ever watch the short, like, prequel animation for Sonic Frontiers with Knuckles?
No. I haven't been following. I haven't been following anything Frontiers related. That's why.
That's fine, but still, that was a great short. I definitely recommend you watch that. Even has Big in it.
Okay. I haven't been following anything Frontiers related. I was generally one of the people that were just kind of like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll wait until it's all, the dust is settled and then I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's fine and dandy.
And that extends to the shorts and everything else.
Well, to my knowledge, there's only the one, so. But it's one of the best shorts I've seen in a Sonic thing for quite some time. At least in terms of establishing Knuckles as actually a competent badass.
You know what, Brazier? I would encourage anybody to watch the movie at any point in time because it has one of the best soundtracks ever.
Oh, we're talking about the Sonic movie?
Yeah. In fact,
yeah,
I'm gonna play one right now.
Please do. It's a good soundtrack. It's a good movie.
The thing is, I have a kind of a Genesis mix of those two tracks, and I fucking love them.
Yeah. Again,
let me check.
That movie
Land of Darkness
is beautiful. Beautiful movie.
Darkness, Sonic. Let's see if it comes up. Yep, there it is. By Sound of a Shadow. Genesis arrangement. And the guy made one for the Land of Darkness and one for the... I'll link it to you, so we can listen to it as well.
Thank you very much.
And I'll play it on stream because, well, fuck it. Oh man. Fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
The animation's so good.
Yeah. I just have nothing but fond memories of that movie.
I love the fact that they use the the vocals in the final stage in Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Power Battery, where it's like that kind of sound effect. They use it in this, or they use it in a lot of other songs now. I fucking love that.
Nice.
Has that 90s flair to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just with the bit crushness of it as well.
Mm.
My biggest fucking regret is that they never really released the soundtrack, so it's gone forever. And it was done by some very innocuous studio, completely irrelevant. So I'm guessing it just got lost to time.
Yeah.
There's not even like a composer for it listed. It's one of those
Really?
Japanese studios, yeah, where they don't really
man.
respect their employees. What a shame.
It is a shame. Things being lost to time. Oh well.
Oh, I found a video that says a production demo version of the Land of Darkness theme from the Sonic OVA. The original video cut this from and the full story is here. I'm uploading this mostly so a version can exist that is cut by itself and is easily accessible. For more information on the mad lass that found this, check out Sonic and all characters, blah blah blah, and Illuminar. Still can't believe this was found 24 years later. Well then, there you go, Reese.
Cool.
An actual cut without the dialogue
Nice.
from the original thing.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
But it's like a production demo, so it might not be completely accurate.
Maybe so.
The video
that's
is
why we've got
32
the full
minutes.
thing.
Guess I'll have to look at it. Yeah, it's slightly different. Definitely.
Yeah.
different.
I would have imagined so.
Oh, this has all of them, I think, in that video. There you go.
All of them?
Yeah, I think somebody uploaded just the soundtrack or something.
Oh, okay.
I'll have a look at it after the stream.
Yeah. Actually, whilst it's still fresh in my head, I might as well send you the other thing. One more.
Actually.
There it is. Copy. And sending to you.
Okay, I'll watch it later.
Yeah, by all means. As I was just sending it whilst it was still fresh in my head. As you know what I'm like. Easy to forget things.
Oh, here's South Island. The South Island theme. Neat. Let's have a listen. Oh man, this is like a dream come true. For so many years. Can't believe somebody dug this up somewhere.
The internet provides. Once again.
It's really like weird for me to listen to the South Island theme without the fucking engine noise.
Yeah.
Sonic, I finally finished it. See, isn't it
Want to check out
great?
my surfboard?
It's a jet propelled bodyboard. You want to give it a try? Not right now,
Yeah.
thanks. Okay, I'll give it a go myself. Feels like a little kid with little squeeze toys.
Yes, I have seen it many times. How could you tell?
Oh dear. You even drew the whole like hideout one time, didn't you? You drew Sonic and Tails' actual hideout from the movie one time. If I
Well,
remember
that is
correctly.
South Island, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to. The story behind that is that I was one of my friends became like part of his school's newspaper club in London, and he was asking me like if I wanted to try like publishing a comic in their newspaper. The school newspaper, and I was like, "You think they? Oh, I can." I said like I can do the Sonic, like the Sonic movie comic, and he's like, "Yeah, you could do that." And I started working on those. Unfortunately, he was a bit of a pussy as soon as you saw the actual lines of the movie when Eggman says, "When you find him, kill him."
Oh, okay.
And as soon as you saw that kill thing, he's like, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to. We're gonna allow that." And I'm like, "Well, that sucks."
Cowards.
Cowards, all of you. And again, I have I posted it up to like 5 pages, and the 6th page was slightly penciled in with Sonic reclining,
Yeah.
and yeah, never finished. Still on my folder, never to be seen by anybody but me.
Release the ugly cut.
I would love to see the ugly cut as much as you don't.
I definitely don't.
I just want to see
What?
how bad it was to make Jim Carrey say like, "Yeah, I prefer the other one." Don't tell me you don't.
I said nothing.
Sure, everybody wants to know fucking Jim Carrey's reasons for saying that, other than he's a fucking madman, I guess. I don't know. How do I insult the guy without insulting him too much?
Well, there's probably a very good reason why he was cast as Dr. Ivo Robotnik, because he generally is a madman. In the nicest possible way. You know, I love a lot of Jim's stuff. He just has that... he just has that energy about him, and it's so
He's a
infectious.
cartoon character.
I know! He's as close as a human can get to a cartoon. Like, you try to imagine anyone else trying to be Robotnik. Like, you tell me what other actor could actually properly bounce off 3D animated characters the way he
Danny
does.
DeVito.
Okay, you get that one.
I can totally see a Danny DeVito Robotnik and it's glorious.
That was brilliant. That's comedic Tommy right there, folks.
Give him the most New York accent and I'm happy with it.
Actually, that's a point. Has Jim Carrey and Danny DeVito ever worked together?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not a movie buff, so I don't know.
Well, neither am I. It's just something that I just figured. Like, huh. As far as I'm aware, anyway, those two have never actually worked together. I'll have to look it up later.
I don't think Danny DeVito stars in anything anymore. He's too old.
Well, the only thing I quote unquote know he recently done was it Sunny in Philadelphia? Don't know if he's still doing that, but he was doing that last I checked.
I mean, isn't that fairly old at this point?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Probably is.
Funny info. Let me just. Danny DeVito. Don't think he does anything, but I might be wrong. Oh, yeah, the guy is 78 years old, so.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if his filmography. So now he is still doing stuff.
Hmm.
As an actor, his previous movie was The Survivor,
Okay.
which was an HBO Max movie.
Hmm.
And his next movie is a Disney movie called Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
He's gonna be a college history professor in that one.
okay.
In television, he did Little Demon, which is an adult animated sitcom.
Oh yeah, I
And
still
he
need
was
to watch
Satan.
that.
And he was Satan in that one.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the advertised. I actually wanted to check that out.
And he's actually the producer in that one.
Oh. Okay.
Executive producer, sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's 10 episodes of that one.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently he's Satan.
I mean, Danny DeVito's always had a dark sense of humor.
Oh, you're right, Sunny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is still ongoing.
Oh, cool.
Ah, I thought it ended ages ago.
Hmm.
One of those things when I think of it, it's like Friends, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got 15 seasons.
What?
Yep. And it's been
Yeah.
been going since 2005.
Gee, bus.
There's 435 episodes. Maybe more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably thinking more,
Legit.
actually. No, wait a minute. Oh, no, not 45. Sorry, I read something else. It's 162 episodes. Still a lot, though.
Like you said, you know, I generally thought it had finished because I don't know many people, if anyone, that talks about it. So it just felt like that kind of show, like, oh yeah, it's had its moment in the sun, it's all over. It's like, no, it's still going. It is?
Mm-hmm. I'm genuinely surprised.
Yeah. Again, not, you know, for anyone who actually watches the show, just, I don't, so it just seems like it's really that kind of show that's 15 seasons? Really? Is it really that popular?
Okay, well, calling me wrong.
Huh. I'm just. Huh.
I saw a video recommendation either today or yesterday which said, "Is The Shining a Christmas movie?" And I just started thinking like, I think it is. I just sat down, and not because of the snow. I'm just sitting there thinking like, I actually think it is. Damn it. Because there's like a Christmas party, if you remember.
Yeah, but it's just, really? Someone has to ask that question. And then you gotta think about it, like...
It's the same as the fucking Die Hard movie. You just sit back and think about it, like, oh yeah. I think it is. God damn it.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just that kind of... Huh. It really is, isn't it? Like... You might not think about it because, you know, it's set in the mountains, so of course it's going to be snowy weather, what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an actual Christmas party, so... Yeah!
I need to sit down and watch that at some point. I know Lucas hasn't seen it, but it's one of those movies where you have to watch it alone.
Yeah.
Because of the build-up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that movie genuinely, like, has such a good, like, atmosphere build-up in it.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of people sing its praises. Except for Stephen King.
Well, that's because he wrote it in a very different way.
Yes.
Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. Because basically, like, basically the story is that, you know, the main character basically goes crazy.
Yes, of course.
And
everyone knows that.
yeah, the thing is, like, he wrote it in a way that the hotel itself is actually affecting him. It's not just him going stir crazy.
Yeah.
While, like, there's actual forces manipulating him. It's not completely his fault. But the movie, like, changes it that there is some kind of curse going on, but a lot of it is up for speculation, which I guess he didn't like.
Nope. Although I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit quote-unquote controversial, but if I remember correctly, there was a black character in it who actually lived in the book, but not in the actual Scorsese movie. And I don't know why they changed. But that's a whole different story in of itself.
I think they just did it to emphasize how fucking crazy the character went.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he, actually, if you think about it, him living wouldn't have changed the thing.
Oh, of course not. I'm just saying, it just seems so random. Because if I remember...
He got axed out of the movie.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it. But yeah. Because, was it in the miniseries that King produced?
Yep.
Or
eventually.
Yeah.
He was so annoyed that he actually said that. I was like, well, nobody can do it, right? I'm gonna do it myself.
Mm-hmm. And like, if I remember correctly, the father who goes crazy, like, sacrificed himself to save his family, and then it's like showing his son in the future being successful or whatever, or graduating from school or what is.
Like, there's an actual redemption arc to the father character, and it's like, yeah, I see why he's pissed off, because all of that went out of the window.
Exactly.
However, it doesn't work in the context of this movie.
Nope. Oh, goodness me. Adaptations are a very weird thing. Very, very weird. You either adapt a source material and it's actually better, or it's a lot worse. Like, some adaptations can really work to the benefit of the original source material. Others, not so much. Oh yeah, did you ever watch It's Part 1 and 2, the new one?
Yes.
Was it any good?
So the first one is really fucking good, in my opinion, because it really jumps into that childhood fear of the unknown aspect
Yeah.
of things,
Mhm.
and they did an extremely well job at it. And the second movie is almost like I don't know, it still holds that kind of feel about it, but because the characters are now grown up, it's more about them dealing with their like personal issues in a way. Like, the clown is attacking their fears. Well, it's not a clown, it's an entity.
Yeah.
And again, it's closer to how Stephen King wrote it than the previous movie. Yeah. Have you got Big John in your gun? Well, you better let him out. The thing is, like, in my opinion, like, again, like, the first movie is great. The second one I watched as like one of the like late night viewings, and it actually gave me nightmares.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I will say that it's silly as fuck the way they decided to end it, because I just came out of it in disbelief. Out of the movie theater, was just like, did they literally screamed it to death, or shamed it to fucking death. Is like, I can't really describe it without spoiling it.
No, you've said more than enough. That really? Okay.
And it's like, yeah, it's worth a watch, I'll tell you that much. If you want to watch it, it is actually worth the watch, worth the time investment. But
Well, it's certainly been something I've been curious about. It's just trying to get some time away from the missus long enough to watch it.
I mean,
No offense to her.
I mean, just gotta say, I'm watching this now, and if you're here in the room, then it's your fault.
As I said.
That's-
Well, I'm
that's
going to
what
be
I would
watching
do.
a scary movie. And if you're still here watching it with me, it's your own fault.
Yep, basically. And that's what I would do.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, like, it plays on the fucking factors of childhood fears really well. Especially when they start going inside the house and exploring it and like seeing like the insides of it all.
Yeah.
Because they are essentially in a fucking nightmare that they cannot escape, and the adults will not help.
Of course not. Because heaven forbid adults take kids seriously in a horror film.
No, that's not the problem. The adults
Oh.
know about this. It's just a thing that they let happen.
Oh.
And
eventually,
okay.
the problem is that eventually the memory of the stuff goes out of you. People still remember like that the kids like this thing happens every 30 years for them. And
Oh.
the thing is like the main characters have all forgotten their promise, like why they made the promise, and only one of them remembered, who then assembled them all back.
Right.
None of them remembered why they made the promise,
Okay.
because they just naturally forgot. And that happens to every single adult in that grew up in that town.
Okay.
Also, I get that it's a product of its time, but my god, that fucking movie has some really weird ass homophobia in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, oh, it's just it's the way it's written. It's kind of cringe, if you know what I mean. Like you could do it really much better. Where it's just everyone's a fucking a like almost a cartoonish level bigot psychopath. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just. I'd say it's just part. It's just a product of the times. It really is.
Yeah, but you don't start like literally committing murder just because you ran into some fucking gay people.
No.
That's what
No,
I mean.
you
Like
don't.
everybody becomes like a fucking psychopathic, cartoonishly like weird bigot.
Yeah.
And I get being a bigot towards like gay people. I get that aspect of people, but on that degree, it's just like, yeah, now you're a cartoon character, right? You completely lost me.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so good to do action scenes. Yeah.
Welcome back to the world of man.
Man.
Now you're a man. Man.
Oh, I remember finding that song. It was actually a Ranma and AMV, funnily enough. With was it Kuno? Actually, I wonder if I can actually find that.
Probably. A lot of them were deleted because of copyright, but AMV Hell should still be around.
Yeah. Ah, found it.
Like I had to private a lot of my AMVs from back in the day.
Here you go, I'll put it in shitpost for shits and giggles. Look whom I found. I'm sending you a private message.
Is it Neva Rhythm or what?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Found a YouTube channel that's streaming right now. Go
Oh,
figure. I thought you might be interested,
Yeah.
so I sent it.
Yes, I do enjoy Neva's art.
Seriously, their action scenes, mwah, superb.
Yeah. Worrying amount of rape manga he does, but whatever.
Yeah.
Can still enjoy can still enjoy the action stuff without worrying
Oh,
about
yeah.
the rest of the things.
Yep.
Unlike some people, I can actually just not look at the stuff I don't want to look at.
I know, right? You'd think it was hard or something, wouldn't you?
Hey dudes, you know what else is hard?
Oh dear. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Right. Got 10 minutes. Okay. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, did you ever watch the what do you call it? Rush Hour movies?
Maybe like back in the day. With Jackie Chan?
Yep.
Yeah, probably back in the day when they were on Russian TV.
Yeah. Because apparently they are still working on the 4th movie, funnily enough. According to Jackie Chan himself. But I've heard that for a while now.
Well, let's check up on that. Shower. 4, he said?
Yeah, 4. Because there was the original trilogy. I think they tried a TV show? Not with Jackie Chan and
Oh yeah,
not, is it Chris Tucker?
he basically announced it in this month.
Yeah.
Saying that he's in development by Chan himself, so yeah, it's gonna happen if it's Chan and Tacoma.
That's cool. So good. I really did
How
enjoy
old
those
is that
movies.
fucking guy? He should be like in his... Yeah, I was about to say, so it should be in his 60s, he's 68. Hold on.
When did the last movie come out?
Oh, long ago. Not sure.
20
2006.
years?
2006. No.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, no. Announced in 2006 and released in 2007. So, yeah, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. Goodness.
Quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Second one was in 2001. And the first one in 98.
Do you find it weird that they try to do TV shows of old movies like Lethal Weapon and Rush Hour?
Like animated, you mean?
No. Live action. Without the original actors.
I mean, they basically take the characters, so I guess. I don't know, I just don't really care, because I'm not that invested.
That's fine. I was just curious if you thought it was weird or just, whatever.
Yeah, more like meh, whatever. Like it's, again, you either write yourself into a loophole with paying the actor, or you just work around that. The Problem is, like, can the new actors bring something new to the table to make themselves stand out themselves, or will they just kind of
Try to recapture
try to
what the
parody
originals had.
yeah, try to parody what essentially was in the original one?
Hmm.
Because if that happens, usually the people don't respond too well.
Hmm. Not that one.
Trying to decide on something, Reese?
Yes, actually. Just trying to remember certain bits and bobs. Because it's been a while since I've drawn Rio in all his glory, so trying to remember his color schemes, finding like old files of said color schemes and all that jazz. Those are a special kind of sort, aren't I? Indeed, 2 minutes we have left.
We'll be fine. We'll probably have Friday as well, so might as well do some pre-work for that. Well, in case Becky doesn't recover.
Very true.
And even if she does, maybe it's better for her to recover a little bit more.
Yeah, this is it. I'd rather she gets better than force herself.
Yep.
At the end of the day, your health is important.
Yes. And this shit is not important enough to waste it.
Don't get me wrong.
Plus
certainly
it's,
enjoy
plus
what we
it's
do.
Momo Blaster, so she'd probably be screaming in agony in that one.
True.
Yeah. And I'm sorry if I'm forcing you guys to play that one, but I actually do want to see that one through.
Which one?
Momo Blaster.
Oh, right.
I do want to see that one through.
Yeah.
I really like how it looks and plays.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I have no issue with it. But you know me, I'm a whole different thing to Bex. my other half, bless her, she plays games that are very relaxing. Me, it's like, no, I grew up in a time where games were more challenging, so it's like having to use forts, not the end of the world.
Well, in my opinion, a game has to be a game, so it needs losing states.
Oh yeah.
What do
I can
consider the game?
forgive. I can forgive some people who haven't played a Pokemon game where you have to go through a cave and fight Zubat upon Zubat upon Zubat upon Zubat.
But fuck those
But
people.
basically, trial by fire, guys.
Yeah.
Can't have everything just
I really dislike.
given to you.
Yeah, I really dislike Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
It's a shame. Like, I don't mind its artistic style. I just really hate its game mechanic. I'm sorry, I do.
So handholdy.
It is. And again, if you enjoy it, fine. But I'm an old fogey. I don't. I'm sorry. I generally couldn't play it. And
The
yeah, I'm a
problem,
basic bit. Kanto was my favorite generation. No shit.
no, it's just like
It was my first.
people complaining about this. All they want is a game catered to them for once.
Mm-hmm.
Just we want some actual challenge. Most of these people want some actual challenge. There's a huge competitive scene for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why Nuzlocke exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people actually want a little bit of a challenge, and the reason Nuzlocke started existing is because, well, you don't fucking give anything. Yeah, but it is game for kids. No, you fucking moron.
I grew up.
It's a game that we played as kids. Now that we've grown up, we
Yes.
want more of the same.
Yeah, I was a kid. I grew up with hard games that were made for me
And it's like,
when I was a
you
kid.
you should also respect children a little bit more, because if you don't, they'll fucking grow up without that self-respect.
There's
They'll
a reason
expect
why
everything
people.
handed to them.
Yeah, there's a reason why Batman the Animated Series is revered as one of the better ones, because it treats you like an adult.
Yeah.
It didn't sugarcoat shit for you. I mean, it might to a degree, but not to the insane degree of modern cartoons these days. Good God. And I'm not saying everything needs to be angst, dark, gloomy, but come on, you can tell actual adult stories in kids' cartoons. And when I say adult, I don't mean toilet humor, abuse, and all that shit.
Okay,
No.
DSP. Toilet humor. But
Yeah, I'm going to be an old man here. I'm going to be old man DSP.
But no, not even that. It's just like it's not the toilet humor. It's not the angst. It's nothing edgy. It's just if you make a story that adults can enjoy, then the kids will enjoy it too, because kids want to be grown up. They want to be catered to as adults. Kids appreciate when you hold them on the same level as yourself. That's why they want to grow up, because nobody takes them seriously.
Treat them with respect, they will treat you with respect.
Well,
Usually.
here's the thing, it's just like, just treat everyone or hold everyone on the same level as yourself. Like, that's what I do. And like I generally don't like whenever people put others either on pedestal or dehumanize them, no matter who those people are. Like, it generally gets to me, because well, I have to deal with people like that on a daily basis, who will degrade you in terms of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's applicable to basically anyone. Like,
Yeah.
treat everyone like you would treat anyone else, and people will. If people don't treat you the same way, well, you can just change the people you talk to.
Yeah. I usually treat people how I want to be treated.
Exactly. And
If I treat you like an ass, I expect you to be an ass back to me.
exactly, that's how
I kind of deserved it.
that's how men bond.
Yeah.
It's called pushing the limits of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know, if I have gone too far, by all means tell me, but I generally, more often than not, try not to. You know, I have a joke, I have a giggle. If I go too far... Yeah, sorry, it went too far. It got too real.
I mean, everybody has
But-
their own like things that annoy them.
Exactly.
Just fine.
Yeah. Clearly, I'm not a mind reader. No one is. Just gotta let them know your limits. And I'm not saying, oh, just go out there and tell people what you hate, what you like, and all that jazz. It's just something.
It'll come up eventually, and just let them know.
Exactly.
Communication
Yeah.
is key in any fucking relationship.
Mm-hmm. And I do mean, well, even sin means any relationship. Friendship, family, partners, whatever. Talk to them. Listen to each other. My God. Sometimes it's so hard for people to just listen to someone else. At least it feels that way in this day and age. Have we really lost the art of listening?
Yeah.
Ah, dear.
Yeah.
Pelica.
Anyway, I'll end it.
Okay, bud.
I'll end it for us here. We can pick it up again
Yeah.
on Friday or whatever.
Yep, because knowing me, I'd probably still be working on this, and it's like, oh look, the sun is up. I should be at work.
That happens more often than it should.
Oh yeah, but I try not to do that these days. Again, work.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, thank everybody for watching, for listening, and contributing to the chat. Looking at you, Brazier. If you like what we
You mean a lot to us.
Yeah. If you like what we stream, then follow us and subscribe. And if you want to know when we stream, you can follow us in one of our social links down below. And also our Discord should be listed there as well. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.